our likenesses. All right, yeah, let's do a build room.
Okay.
Oh, it's been so long since we've done this.
Man, how do we even start?
We need a location.
That's right.
What's a location? What is a location?
What is it? That's a good question.
How about like, I'm just looking across the street. There's like a big corporate kind of building over there. What about like a reception area, like an office?
Okay.
Or like a, you know what I mean? Like a,
Like a lobby.
a lobby.
Okay.
At like one of those big tall buildings.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
But I guess we got to fit it in here. So
That's
maybe
right.
It's small.
So it's
Maybe the entryway.
the entryway. It's for the Empire State Building, but it's still only this big.
Yeah, it's like the little entryway of the Empire State Building. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, it goes without saying that there's just a giant takes up most of this space. It's a it's one of those like revolving doors that you would go through like this. You know what I mean? That you would kind of come back around like that.
The wind of it actually, like the receptionist. So this is the desk for the receptionist.
Oh yeah.
But like the wind is constantly like.
The whole point of a revolving door too is like to prevent
wind to come
from
in
coming
and out.
in.
Yeah,
but people run through it so fast that it causes a bunch of wind.
There's a low pressure system somewhere, and there's air going from one place to another.
And this poor woman just sits behind here, and she looks like she's in like a Vogue ad.
Yep.
Except she's like 75
it's
years
her hell,
old.
yeah. Yes. Okay, so this is the door. This is the actual receptionist desk.
That's right.
Okay.
And there's a this is the Empire State Building a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
So there's just like there's like a big pad, a notepad, and there's a big ledger of who's been in. You have to sign your name.
Physically signing it out.
Physically sign it in like this is Devin, and I'm here at 5:42 p.m. and I'm here to meet
Right.
Mr. Bohos.
We're Bohos.
Bohos.
Bohos on 37. Yeah. Where you're standing, there's a door. It's the only door to get into the rest of the building.
It's the smallest.
So it's a big double, too. It's a big double door.
I see.
Very old, dark wood.
Okay.
And it always closes.
Always closes.
Yeah, so you can't just have it open.
Being in here has got to be the most claustrophobic, like horrible experience, because you're basically just getting like pummeled by wind constantly.
People are constantly trying to get by you to get in and out, and it's the Empire State Building, and this is the only way in and out of it.
Exactly.
So there's thousands of people that move through this door.
Right, and they're like waiting in line. That's why it's moving so much.
That's right.
People have to. It's such a small. It's such a small entryway that basically it would require.
Yeah. You need to be in and out quick because there's so much volume of people. Oh, that's very good.
And so when you say it closes, is it closed between every person?
Yeah, it's like there's like, those mechanical, it's like a hydraulic thing that always closes the door.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like tuned way too high.
Tight.
So it's like, poof, poof, poof.
Right.
So even if you want to keep it open, it's a real
hard.
fight.
It's
yeah.
hard. And so people are like, can you hold it? And then it's just like.
And it like slams. It's hard. And she's been through it for years, so she doesn't even feel it or hear it anymore.
She can't hear anymore. She lost her hearing because of the sound. She has tinnitus. Because it's just like constantly, it's the like positive pressure of the wind, and then it's the doors, and they just oscillate, and they just like cause this like pressure compressor on her head that she's just like completely zonked out of it. Yeah. But she loves her job.
She moved here from the Midwest.
Yeah.
Getting a job at the Empire State Building was way beyond what she thought was possible.
Her name is Sally Hawkins, and her goal in life was to be at the front desk of the Empire State Building.
And she nailed that goal early in life.
She's been working there since she was 16. She lied about being 18.
Yeah, her boyfriend, when she moved away, lied to get into the draft, sign up for the army in World War II.
Right.
And then she said, I'm going to do the same thing in New York City. And they both moved away. He died in Europe. She's been here ever since.
Yes, that's right. Her fiance died. Fiance, is that what you said?
Yes.
Fiance died.
Both of them were 16. He signed up for the army.
But did he die in battle, or did he?
Of course he did.
Of course he did.
Of course he
did. But he died in Europe.
He did die in Europe. Yeah.
Yeah.
was delivering mail.
In the army?
In the army. Just like, in the barracks. I'm like,
Yeah.
Johnson, I got mail and da 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 da. And he just tripped and fell via a million paper cuts.
A million paper cuts.
Yeah, and cut his head
That's the
off.
thing people don't recognize about paper cuts. It's like, if you have a million of them,
Right,
you'll
you're
die.
dead.
You'll still die.
People don't talk about it enough. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you don't want to fall onto a book spine down. Because
a lot of librarians die. People don't talk about it. There's a lot
Can
of
be lethal.
right. It'll kill you. It'll kill you.
I saw a
It takes
guy
a
at
long
like
time.
a book signing. Some kid accidentally killed himself. Just fell on. And then the guy was like, "Do you want me to sign that?" It's really insensitive. He's like bleeding out. I know. I was like,
But the guy still signed the book.
yeah, Dan Brown.
Dan.
Oh man.
There's a picture behind the receptionist.
Yeah, it's a portrait.
Yeah.
It's a portrait of Roger Empire. Yeah.
Yep. Standing next to his one-time best friend, Jim Chrysler.
Jim Chrysler.
Yeah. Who built the Chrysler building.
That's right. I'm familiar. Is that in New York too?
It's also
That's
in New
also
York.
in New York. Yeah.
Yep.
Um,
it was the world's tallest building for like a month
Yeah.
till the Empire State Building blew by it.
They're both dressed the same. They're both wearing.
Right.
They're both wearing like a tweed jacket.
Yeah, that's right.
With like a red tie.
Yep.
And they're kind of the image is of them looking at each other, and it's the moment they realize they both wore the same thing. It's the. Like when you get to an event or something and you look at your friend and you're both wearing the exact same thing.
It's like, oh shit.
It's that. And a portrait artist captured that moment.
They painted that. He said, "Oh, this is good," and
Yeah.
he painted it.
Yeah, he had them pose like that
For
5
hours. And they finally ordered it. And it's a big, it takes up that whole back wall.
It's huge.
Not a big back wall, but the painting is so
Right.
big
Right.
that it makes the wall look bigger.
Is it shifted to one side of the wall?
That's
or
right.
is it right behind Sally?
No, it's right behind Sally,
Yeah.
but both of the people in the image are over here.
Right.
And it's just a
Empty
lot of
space.
landscape.
Just landscape. It's different landscapes too. It's like not one contiguous painting. There's like these two guys that appear to be in a room, but then there's like it just transitions to kind of like a nice seascape, and then there's
Right.
rolling hills, but
Yep.
they don't seem jointed together.
Right. It's like a weird. Is that one location or is it?
The artist used like long trees to like
cut
divide,
the yeah.
to cut the.
Yep. Very famous painting.
Very famous
in New York.
Yeah. It's called Guernica, Pablo Picasso.
It's Picasso.
He's a really
It's a
good
Picasso.
artist.
He's
a
good.
really
I don't know
artist.
if you've heard of him, but he's pretty good.